Hi guys, welcome to ABC Shoes. My name is Grace, and an apprentice here at J Typical Shoes. So, as a beginner, I have a lot of questions to ask, and I have opportunity today to be interviewing my boss, my trainer, and my mentor in the game.
Wow.
So, let's meet you.
Okay. Good afternoon, good day, everybody. My name is Adi Jeremiah. I'm the CEO, by God's grace, of ABC Shoes. JTPicals is our official business name, while ABC Shoes is our YouTube channel name. So, I'm Adi Jeremiah. I'm a shoemaker and also a motivator. All right, thank you.
Okay, first question I would like to ask is what motivated you into shoemaking? What gave you the confidence to start shoemaking out of all the skills in the world?
Wow. There are a lot of things that motivate me into shoemaking, but I'll just mention a few of them. Now, my number one thing that motivated me into shoemaking is the passion I have for good shoes. And this is one person that ever since I was growing up, I've had this love for amazing shoes, quality shoes. When I come across good shoes on people's legs, so at some point I was not even opportunity to afford this thing by myself. But once I sight it in somebody's leg, I just like it, and just the passion is one of the greatest motivation that I can mention. Yeah, if you ask me again, what motivated me again is just the love of creating something, something new. You understand the happiness that comes with just doing something for yourself, just having a skill. You understand? So that is another thing that motivates me. So passion is the first thing, then the love of fashion. Yeah, you understand. So I think that's the few things that motivated me into shoemaking.
Okay. Second question is, what was your biggest challenge when you were learning?
Okay. In short, there are a lot of challenges. To be honest, there were a lot of challenges. Now, as of then, when I was learning, where I was staying and my training center was like it was very far. Let me just put it that way. It was very far, but when you are passion driven, nothing is just so impossible. Or it's just like if you make up your mind to do something and you have to pursue it all safe and all of that. So one of the greatest challenges I have then was transportation. The issue of having to travel miles, just to go to your training center. At some point, I was becoming discouraged, like because of the transportation issue. Sometimes you don't even have the transportation money of transport fare to go to your training center, but we keep doing it, we keep pushing, and so that is one of the challenges, the major challenges. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I want to also know how long it took you to be confident, like to do a show and say, okay, there's no mistake,
Wow.
it's perfect for a customer.
Oh, how long it took me to become confident into what I was doing was the confidence has always been there, from the first day. Okay, what really helped me was the fact that I was marketing these shoes before I started learning, so I already had that confidence of sending my product to my customers. You understand? But then when I was first selling, what my boss or what my business partner was giving me were quality wears. When I mean quality, they are quality. You understand? There are some shoes you just get to see shoes that you feel like these things are not handmade. You understand? So that confidence has always been there. But me myself going into it, I'm trying to do it. As a beginner, there are certain things to do. Like all thanks to my boss, because once he cites an error, immediately he corrects us. So that confidence has always been there. Why? Because a boss was close by to correct you on this is not okay. This is even there are times that you do a shoe, my boss will tell me not to send it because it's not giving. Understand? So that confidence has always been there. Respect to my boss Ayuba. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
And Arings, yeah, boss Fasaf and boss Ayuba. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the beginner aspect.
Okay.
For a beginner, which area would you advise a beginner to concentrate on while learning, like when you're starting off shoemaking?
Shoemaking as a skill, vast. Let me say that shoemaking as a skill is a vast profession. Shoemaking, it's just like aggregate of so many other skills. Yes, you understand. You have tailoring in shoemaking. you have furniture in shoemaking, you have architecture in shoemaking, you have painting in shoemaking. So it's a collective kind of skill. So but the major aspect of it, I would say, the most important aspect of it, I would say, is that how to create patterns. All right. So, like if you're a shoemaker and you cannot create pattern, that you are not complete. You understand? Because the ability to sight a shoe and bring it out as reality, then taking it or transferring your pattern to the leather, then you draw and cut out. That is the most important thing. Of course, there are some shoemakers that don't know how to create pattern. So, as a beginner, I'll tell you that please, when you're coming into the world of shoemaking, have it in the back of your head that pattern creation is very key. Just like any other part of it, um, all other parts of it are important, but pattern creation you must give it more attention, because there are shoemakers that I've known that work for years but they can't remove pattern. So that makes it incomplete. You are not a professional without pattern creation. Thank you.
Okay. The next question is: I'm a beginner,
Okay.
and I want to start off on my own. Like I want to start something for myself.
Okay.
Which tools and what are the important things I'm supposed to know and have as a a new beginner that is starting up?
Shoemaking.
Should
There are a lot of equipment and tools that we use in this craft of shoemaking, but there are certain things that you cannot work without. There are certain tools, there are certain machines that you cannot work without. A few of which I'll mention. Like as a shoemaker, you need a shoe last. Like I'm starting with the tools. You need a shoe last. You need a hammer. You need scissors. Of course, you need your scissors, and then let's say hand scraper and gun container and gun brush. And of course, you need a pen. But then let's digress more of the equipment. You need a sewing machine. Of course, this is a local sewing machine. There are industrial ones, but you can start with this. And also, you need a filer, which is the filing machine. So these days, if you have a sewing machine, you have a filer, you have a shoe last, you of course, and you get your materials or your leathers, you can bring out shoe right here. So yeah.
Another question is in terms of material.
Yeah.
How will a beginner spot, or should I say recognize a good material for your shoe? Like I want to make a shoe and I really want to know the best material for my shoe.
Okay, so this is one of the aspects that people find difficult, citing or selecting, or yeah, material hunting. Let's just use that word. There are different texture of materials in the market. We have from the animal hide, yeah, hide and skin, okay, to synthetic leathers and all of that. So the best material for you to use as a shoe designer, as a shoemaker, I would say it's better you go for animal skin, okay, then and also synthetic material like fiance materials. These materials have longer durability when you compare them to the lower quality. Okay, from feeling them, you also know which is better and which is not better. So, if you're coming into the world of shoemaking, material selection is one thing that you should also put more attention into. All right, you can ask questions and you can feel them by yourself to get the knowledge of materials. Thank you.
So let's go to customers behavior, customer relationship.
Okay.
How did you meet your first customer?
Okay, all thanks to the world of internet today. My first set of customers were online customers. Okay, that is my stories or my histories. Um, dating way back to 2015, 2016, right? 2017. I started posting shoes online while I was still a student at Federal College of Animal Health and Technology from NVRA. Okay, so the first set of customers I had, I didn't know them. They were online customers. Then before my friends or my classmates started getting to know me with the work. So I met them online. Let me just put it that way. My first set of customers were online customers before my friends started coming in. As such persons are Joseph Macro, then my late friend Justice Dalio, then Matilda, Dr. Matilda Mazonwoji. I think those are the ones I can remember clearly, that these are the first set of customers I have. You know. This is
Okay. So if you were to advise a beginner
yeah.
on how to market their brand, what would you advise?
All right. The truth is that the internet has provided us with a lot of opportunities, and the fact that there's need for an outlet, just a workspace or maybe a showroom. There's also need for online marketing. Okay, so we can a beginner can always leverage on the opportunities of the internet. So social media platform is one way that a beginner can build his customer base in this business or in any other business that you're doing in Nigeria.
Okay. So why should a beginner focus on while learning shoemaking?
There are a couple of things that a beginner should focus on. There are a lot. In short, focus on everything. If you ask me, focus on everything. Focus on sewing, pattern creation. Focus on cutting. Focus on material hunting, the selection of materials. Focus on marketing. Focus on everything. That's what I can tell anybody that is coming into the world of shoemaking.
Okay. How can a beginner turn the shoemaking business into a profitable one?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Now, this is where some people get it wrong. Some people just go into the work as an act. They don't see the possibility of the work or the business of shoemaking making them rich. You understand? If you have, like I said earlier, life starts from the mind, right? So, anything you want to do, you should have this mindset of a victor or someone that is always winning, right? So, business or shoemaking as a business is one of the business that people do around the world, and everyone you see today wears a shoe, right? So you can make your business or your shoemaking business a multi-million dollar business, all right? So what you should do is that you should learn how to push yourself out, right? There are billions of people in the world that don't know about what you're doing. So one way you can do that is leveraging on the opportunities that the internet brings. Right? So that's one thing I can tell any beginner that want to start.
Okay, thank you so much. And I want to ask, what are the common mistakes that shoemakers and other craftsmen do?
Um, Mistakes that shoemakers or craftsmen in general should avoid in order for them to be successful in whatever business they are doing is there are a couple of things. I'll mention some. There are a couple of things. Now, hold on. So a couple of things people should avoid or any serious minded person should avoid is that urge to be the best. You know, that urge to be the best. Please kill it. You understand? Don't try to be the best. Just try to do your best. Do your best. But trying to be the best will drain you because there are other people doing what you're doing. And everybody wants to be the best. So you cannot keep on with that competition. One day you feel discouraged. So keep doing your best, but don't try to be the best. Then avoid some other characters or habits that can drain your energy or drain your life or drain your business. You know what I'm talking about. Habits like smoking, having like late night clubbing, alcohol, gambling, these things takes away your strength, they take away your finance, they take away your mental stability. So you should avoid such things if you want to go far in whatever business you're doing in life. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We all know that as an entrepreneur, business comes with ups and downs. There are good days, there are bad days. I want to know what keeps you motivated and confident in this profession.
Uh, my greatest motivation is myself. Yeah. My greatest motivation is myself. I just want to be successful. I just want to be winning. And that is the kind of mindset I want everybody watching us to have. Be motivated to be great. All by yourself. Don't wait for an outsider to motivate you before you do what you want to do. It's like, or before you achieve the height you want to achieve in life. Motivate yourself into becoming a better you. So that zeal or that desire to be better every day is what keeps me going. And also I have other things that motivate me, like my mother is another motivation there,
Definitely.
so there are a lot. and money is also the motivation. Thank you.
Okay, before we round up, I want to know, or should I say, I want to ask, where do you see the shoemaking business in the next 5 to 10 years?
Wow, that's an amazing question. Now the thing is that shoemaking is is a company on its own. Like it's a world on its own. There's no shoemaker in the world that have exhausted all the shoe styles in the world. There's none, and there will be none. So shoemaking in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm seeing a multi-billion-dollar company in that aspect of business. So if you're coming into the business of shoemaking, you should know that it's something that can what give you a better life. It's something that you can make enough income from, right? So keep working, keep creating modern ways of marketing your products. I think so. In so doing, you get to have cash flow. You are going to have a lot of clients, a lot of customers, and a lot of work on your table every day for a shoe. The more shoe, the more money. Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. So to cover everything of what is the general advice or the closing remark for shoemakers, for craftsmen all over the world?
Wow. All right. Thank you for that question. Now, one thing I will tell you is that remain focused, remain consistent, remain prayerful. Now, with these three things, a good mindset, a focused mindset, a consistent ability to do work, and a prayerful mind, nothing can stop you. So keep doing it, keep going, stay focused. You know, some days the story will change for good. So that is what can tell anybody that's watching
Okay,
us.
thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you so much for the inspiration, motivation, and thank you to everyone that's has been watching so far. So if you like what you just heard, comment, share, and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for everything. Bye. Bye.
See you.